Okay. Put the headphone over the ear. I might recenter myself. I'm sitting down. This is an actual recording for YouTube. We're just making it happen, by the way. Absolutely no prep. Really. No thought process behind this video other than let's make sure a video can be recorded using our OBS system, that we can export, that the quality's nice. It's a test run. Now we are playing against a person named Cross the Second. Extremely good player. Had a run in Season 9 of the Crenbowl League. Had to reset their team in a double elimination bracket. Absolute hero that they are. They came through that trial better than you might believe. I mean, they won 2 overtime victories, had a great playoff push. Eventually they did get stopped, but I respect the heck out of Cross the Second and really love the fact that I get to play against them. I'm just switching to anchor defense. Good luck and have fun. Thanks for rescheduling the time. And then smiley face. And we're happy with that. So, we're playing Blood Bowl. It's one of my favorite games. I'm probably going to be uploading a lot of 540p live stream content straight to YouTube in the future. But this, I hope, is a better quality. It might be how I do games. This is the Xeldamari League. It's a side league to Crenbowl. I don't plan on streaming it, but I thought it might be fun to record. I'm not very good at elves. These are the pro elves, very squishy elves. Armor value 7, if you don't know what that means. They have a 42% chance to end up over here every time they get hit. It's quite scary. But they're also agile, good with the ball, an entertaining team to say the least. So I wanted to practice with them. I'm hopefully going to be a lot better than this in the future. So I want to record and show myself my growth. This is a lot of things. This video is a foray into the intro to gaming live. Oh, not live. Gaming on YouTube for me, which I hopefully won't just do gaming, but it's the start of something. It's the start of a journey to improve with agility teams, because all I know is the bash life. And it's a great way to remember me playing against a, I don't know if colleague's the right word, but we'll call them a peer. Cross the Second. So this was quite the start. This is, so if you've never seen this game, there are these things called kickoff events, and some of them can be crazy. These people were automatically put to the ground and stunned just by virtue of the ball getting kicked off. The crowd got too excited. They threw pebbles at us and we're all knocked out. That's like the theme. So trust me, violence will occur, mostly on these little guys. Surprisingly, and you can check the dice here. If you're not super familiar with the game, you won't know. But you have to, between 2 dice, get higher than an 8 to cause another 2 dice roll to occur. That then causes an effect like stuns, knockouts, or some form of casualty, injuries, and death, etc. I got very lucky for the fact that I have not been taken off the field yet. But trust me when I say that is not the norm. most times you do get sent away. Okay, well, I have no block. And no good way to get to the ball. So if I move you here, I think I get a free 2-die here. Who's the blitz gonna go on? I could get a 1-die blitz. I'm moving you here. It's so risky to do, but it just feels right. Well, is this even worth a reroll? My turn's almost over. No, it is. I'll reroll it. Okay. You know, I'm kind of dumb. That did not accomplish what I wanted it to accomplish necessarily. I don't know why I thought I could push him over here. I could also do this. Well, hey. So, Cross is a better coach than for me to be sloppily playing like that. Because I've allowed him to have blocks on me, etc., etc. But I swear to you, in my head, because there's a way that hitting works, I thought that I could do something funkier than I did. So, when you hit somebody, like let's say this guy was attacking this guy, you push them in 3 directions. And if you go straight on, it's 1, 2, 3, like a trident. If you come from a corner, it's 1, 2, 3, right? If this corner, 1, 2, 3. And so obviously, and there's ways to adjust that with skills, but this is just the default. Obviously, going from here, the 1, 2, and 3 are here. So if I push, I wanted to then send this guy up, but it's just 1, 2, 3. It was not good. It was not good. How else do you want to say it? So, most of my guys are on their back. It's not fun to have your elves down like this. So that is called removal. A knockout's not that bad. I expected it to happen earlier. We were waiting for it to happen at all. But the reason I took the angle I did on this was because in my head, I wanted the blitzer up here so that these guys could get free. I just fudged it up a little bit on the angle for pose, where things were going to go afterwards. So you're free. You're not. You guys are kind of extra screwed, but you could have an escape square here. So technically I could get a free block on this guy for 2 dice. You're 100% free. And I kind of want to send you this way. You have 7 movement. That outpaces a lot of people. There's no other free moves. So let's do this. See what we get. Nice. Then we're going to blitz. Here. Nice. We're going to follow that. And this is kind of creating some false pressure on the ball. It's not real pressure because they can so easily swat these guys down. Okay, so nobody else has that great of escape squares, really. But at the same time, if I stand them up, it kind of limits the movement of their players. So typically you don't want to allow this many hits, but I don't have a lot of great options because unless you're a certain type of player called a stunty player, to move throughout people's tackle zones incurs a penalty. To move through additional tackle zones, like more than one time going through it, reduces your skill level because it's a more dexterous feat. So to get these guys out would be tantamount to foolishness. It's possible because I'm an elf, but I don't really want to risk it. You know what I mean? It seems a little too cheeky for this early on, especially since I already made a mistake. So I believe that this fine gentleman's going for perhaps a 3-die hit, or maybe he's just not interested in applying the blitz yet, is instead going to try to free up one of these guys. I'm getting kind of lucky on the armor rolls. So with 7 movement, I can't really get here. Okay. Nice. So he stays up. Now this guy has a very unique ability called sidestep. That's why Cross the Second, who's a very solid player, chose instead to just hit me. Because if he had pushed me, I get to choose where I go. So I could have selected over here and had a much easier blitz on his ball. Cross doesn't want that. Like I said, he's quite skilled. So Cross the Second opts to keep me in place. That's the kind of talent that I was talking about. A guy who knows what he wants. Now, I see that he's trying to screen me by moving here. I think I'm going to have a 2-die hit on Feed Hoarder, the Black Orc. Due to that, I suspect that I'll be able to open this path up and get a 1-die blitz if I want it on the ball carrier, and I do want it. He's going down. Okay. We don't have a lot of standing lads. I'm not going to lie to you on that. So I think the first thing you do so if I hit here this way, it's this, this, and this. Oh, beautiful. So now I can go out, over, through here. That's a lot of dice just for a 1-die, but I'm going to do it anyway because I play a little risky, I'm going to admit. We could have had him, but we didn't have him. Let's just see if this works. Nice. Okay. So we've positioned on the ball pretty well. And now we can kind of free ourselves up a bit. We're crowding this guy a bit, and if Cross wants, he can break to the other side of the pitch. It might have been smarter to take that loner and move him over here, but These guys have 7 movement. This guy only has 5. I'm going to be able to hunt him down to an extent. And I feel like I've positioned enough threats where it's annoying to get away from me, but it's not impossible. You can also... So see, this guy's got squares where he can not be in tackle zones and get away because of the way I lined up my players. In a better world, if you're top and bottom, they actually don't have that luxury. It's quite nice. I also put this person on because, not to try to pinch this guy's tackle zones, but they're going to do this. They're going to blitz me. I'm assuming that they're going to get me down. And it does happen. So I want somebody they can't hit easily. Or to force the ball carrier to make a hit. Which it looks like Cross might do. It's I gotta say, it is kind of refreshing, but it's so weird. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. It is so weird to have a game that I'm recording, but not talking to anybody live to. It just feels... I don't know how to describe it. It feels super strange. So if I bring this person over... We actually have a 1-die hit on the ball. Is that what I want to do first? I think I'd rather take this first. It's a little scary to do it with a loner, but... Okay, I was not punished for my greed. Oh, that'd be nice. So if I hit, and you go here, I also could dodge and send you here. Or I could just... I'll just take this hit. Okay, so that happened. We're going to stay. And I think this time we'll come this way. I'll actually choose this. You can chill on the sideline. I'd rather get somebody on the ball, though. So I'm going to do that, which is offering a free hit. Just so that I have this second path. And I think this is worth it. No ones. No ones. And then... I think we're just going to go ahead and try this. We're going to let that one ride. It's unfortunate he tripped, but we, well, I think we're doing things pretty well. We had that first turn flub. I'll admit, we did. Wasn't too proud of it. But we've recovered the position pretty well. We also, so this guy was knocked out, but we equalized the playing number by doing what's called surfing, sending people off the sidelines. It did not result in an injury, but for the drive, that guy's gone. This is very nice. And this orc team, they're built on removing players. They're built on aggression. But we've played in such a way... This guy's going down. Depends on just how they want to do it. Where I think our strength as agile repositioning elves has come in. It's an interesting question how Cross the Second's going to deal with this. I've got 3 elves here that can help out a little bit as well. They're not going to be necessarily on ball helping, but they can provide assists and things. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right, he's going down. I kind of want to scatter. Nice. Oh, you can't actually do that. Because to do that, you have to try to pick up the ball. Okay, we have ourselves potential. Oh, you're 4 out of 6, you're 0 out of 6? Okay, so you volunteer for this job, buddy. Just got to make sure you do all of your... These are called like free moves first. It's the principled way to play. Now we're going to get the one guy off the ball. That succeeds will stay. And now we have an 83% chance to grab this and score. Okay. That went well. We got to level up on our guy. Our knockout dude woke up. And I don't think we're going to change the setup too much. We're just going to stick with anchor defense. It's very solid. They have... Cross the Second has 3 turns to score. And you can see that in the corners here where my mouse is. How each player has. You have 32 rounds total, 16 per player. There's things that can adjust how many total you get, but that's standard, assuming no interference from random events. So, with 3 turns on offense left to score, and us already up receiving the ball in the second half, I feel very confident that this is at least going to be a draw. If we play principle, then no horrible luck happens. Now, Cross the Second's not a bad coach at all and does not quit. Being down 1-0 might be unpleasant, but Cross will play an aggressive game here to try to move the ball up quickly. That is a kickoff event that helps. And then attempt to get us... Oh, that was a nice bounce for him. If it had gone here to one of these squares, that would have been the worst. Anyway, I didn't finish my thought. But basically, they're going to get the ball, push up fast, do things that maybe they wouldn't have done if they had a full 8 turns, and hope to answer our score because they're in a much better spot if they do. And we are going to probably play a little back, answer the threats that they provide, and hopefully through that we shall attain victory. Sweet victory. We actually have a free 2 dice hit, but it's with a loner. So we would pull here and then hit here. You add strength by having teammates be around. So this teammate cancels the strength here. This teammate... Okay, well, it made it harder now. Like I said, Cross the Second's good. They're not going to give us... He's not going to give us easy outs like that. So this actually isn't as aggressive as I thought I was going to see. But perhaps they're just waiting to see where the ball goes. And to overextend is kind of rough, because then I could have an easy path behind their line. So if I go here, and then bring you here, that's a 2-die and this is a 2-die. Get out my face. It does kind of leave the center open a bit. So I can blitz here. Just shove you directly 1 square back. Okay, I think we played that pretty well. I don't know if there's really any repositioning I want to do. We could technically try something cheeky like this, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, we'll just, you know what? We'll drop you back a bit to center, because you have 8 movement. You can see the stat lines here. And we'll turn the ball, or turn the turn over. We want cross to show us something here. So, in order to properly make me fear a response, they have to get a player within scoring distance to our line. I think their highest movement player is 6. So they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About right here to here. Because here and here incur dice rolls to add extra movement. Every player on default can add 2 extra movement shown here, but you have to roll for it. And there's a 17% chance you trip. Almost a 1/5, just a little lower than that. It's no good. You prefer, oh, stinky. Oh, man, dude. So, cross can no longer score, basically, is what we're getting at here. In that case, we might as well just take our free hits and be happy with them. Okay. So I chose to follow, which is not my normal style, just to be able to line up this hit right here. I should have stood that person up earlier, to be honest. I didn't really make any plays on the ball, but funny enough, that's not in my interest right now. Technically, this guy could score. Bob Newby. I named all these people, so my team, it's not showing. That's a weird glitch that happens sometimes. They're called Death's List, and all of them are named after people that die in horror movies. Because I expect these characters to meet grisly ends. Probably shouldn't have moved him. I could have moved him right here. He would have been safer, but he wasn't a scoring threat, if that's the case. If I had done that. Definitely not a scoring threat now. So, Cross made it so I can't go 2-0 up, and that's fine. Well, that's all the free hits, but you can still attempt to pass for a single SPP. So SPP is experience points, basically. I think it's called star player points. Not that that matters too much. And you level up as you get them. Leveling up grants you additional skills. Certain players start with them. Traditionally, those are called pieces. They have different roles, like blitzer, catcher, etc. And then linemen typically don't have skills, though some do. Okay, so the pass went off without a hitch. That person now has a single star player point. So passes are worth 1. Casualties, on most conditions, injuries and death, are 2. And then... Why am I blanking on this? I should know this. Oh, touchdowns are 3. Yeesh, man. I don't know why my brain took so long to say that. Okay, so that's 2 strength. All right, we're going to go for a little ride here. Ooh, that's tempting. I'll just do that. Okay. As far as the orc hitting Fiesta goes, we're doing all right. Oh, I should have rerolled that. That'll work. I had a reroll, and it's not that important that I hit or didn't, but a principled player would have used it. Okay. We don't have a numbers advantage. There's no real need to go super fast. We might honestly play a position in the backfield here. We've been blessed that we haven't had that many permanent injuries. So we have as many players as our opponent does. We're faster than our opponent, but not incredibly, because these 4 guys right here have 6 movement. They can keep up with us to the degree where we're not going to just burn past them. You know what I mean? Now there's 3 people here. I'm pretty sure we can actually still win this. It's just going to take a bit of doing. And I call it winning. It's not necessarily meant to be thought like that, but we could take these 3 guys out. Okay. Part of me really does want to try to just push the line up here and get a quick score before they can recover. Just in case that goes badly, let me shift some guys over. I think we're happy with this. That's a pretty good turn one for the second half. Ooh, man, that was a good stretch, wasn't it? I feel better. Okay, so with only a single stunned player, they got 10 players to move. They can close any holes, they can adjust. Whatever they need to do. Cross the second. He's an intelligent guy. I don't have anybody outright in striking distance to just burn them yet. I plan to play a slower game than that. I would love to let this passer or this blitzer make a pass. Because if you can get dodge on a blitzer, they're very hard to hit without certain skills. I haven't really explained the dice. When they pop up, I might try to give a quick one. But basically, if you get dodge and block, block is this hand stopping symbol. Nobody has dodge, so I can't show you what it looks like, but it's a yellow skill. If you get both of those, you have a 1 out of 6 per die chance to knock somebody down without the proper skills, which is not great. If you were wondering, it's not great. That's a dangerous first hit, but if I hit there, I can bring another round. Especially if it's knocked down, open that up. Squeeze some elves through, maybe? Can't do too much about that. Okay, now it's not as possible. Hit that, hit there. Potential hit there. Okay, so knockouts are all too common. We're actually blessed that it's just a knockout. I wonder if Cross wants to try the... Yeah, he probably... I would have done it too, to be honest. So let's think here. There is a hit. Here. The ball's not safe, though, is the only problem. Now we could use the blitz to get him off ball, then take the ball up after that. Are we cool with that? Okay, that's stinky. There we go. I could set up a 1 dice hit here with a loner for what it's worth. Okay. That turn went pretty well. I don't know if it's worth it to cage up this hard on the side. But assuming this character has any remote chance of getting to the end zone, we actually can pass it to them pretty easily and they can just go. We score twice, we're looking golden. Putting a black orc there helps. If they stand this guy up, Truffle Wobber, we could actually surf them, potentially. I mean, it depends on how everything shakes out, but... It probably is worth it to me to do that. I put you here, hit here. No, wait, if I put you here, hit here, and then hit there. And we blitz you out. Yeah, that could work. Mamma mia. Cross is so good. That's a lot of dead air. I was going deep into possibilities and machinations mode, thinking a lot about what might happen here. So that's not as nice of an option, but I do want to surf this guy. If he follows here, we actually have a hit to deal with that. Okay, so ball security is of the utmost importance. Dang it. Yeah, cross was principled there too. Now I could go here, and it'll make it a 1-die. I think cross is going to be able to hit us on ball this turn, most likely. Because you can go here and then just charge a black orc in for a 2-die. It's super simple to hit us, actually. You want to put him here to leave that square open. This might be the risk I take of kind of playing a little too risky right here. I've crunched myself without great swing out option. Okay, so I have this Nerves of Steel catcher. Assuming they don't go down, which is a little bit of an assumption, and we can get the ball to them, they can actually take off and delay a little bit, and then maybe we find some breathing room. Okay, so by doing that, now this is a 2-dice hit. And if you send to the sideline, you can actually scatter the ball. That's really nice. Okay, so you're going down. I guess I'd prefer you to go up. Okay. He's knocked out. Ned Stark. Titular character. Probably going to put here, yeah. And I'm not prophylactic. This is what I would do. And so I'm just guessing. Ah, that stings. It does sting. Yeah, so our options are looking bleak. Nice. Now, as for where to put the ball so it's safe, there's not a spot in the world. It was a little bit of a play. It didn't work. It actually gives Cross a great opportunity to come down here with the ball. Like if he blitzes this guy. I luckily have somebody on the ball to make it difficult, but I was seriously running out of space. So a play like that didn't work, where triple ones, oh god, okay, well, nothing I was going to do is going to work anymore. I just had to make something try to happen. And getting the ball down here would have separated it from the team, allowed me to maybe open up some space, distract later on. I have 2 of his players off. He has 2 of my players off. That's nice. We've done a lot of surfing to equalize the Orc strength advantage. Actually, if he hits here, he could T-push me away. And then if he can just free up this guy. What direction did he hit? Was he with the lineman? He could scatter the ball. Could be interesting. Wow. That's really nice. Now he can hit here and bring a guy around. That is pretty big. I'm assuming here, but here is also viable. So 67% with a reroll, something like 85% chance to pick this ball up. I'm going to assume he picks this ball up. And then runs with it. And then we just have to chase him, unfortunately. Wow, we got really lucky. And he got very unlucky. I cry. I don't blame him, to be honest. Okay, before we start taking cheeky 1-dies, technically we can make this a 2-die. I blitzed already. Move you 1 square down. Okay. All right, we have breathing room. God. We got a guy kind of free. We got a guy kind of free. We had to stabilize this position, man. It's getting bad. So he can still scatter the ball and do some funky stuff, but... Oh. I think my mistake was putting it on the sideline too early. Or on, not the sideline, but the... I canned it too far to the left. I would say That was my biggest mistake there. Wow. Elves, man. Not even once. If we can get it to this blitzer and then get it to this lineman, we're actually in a really good spot. But I think Cross will probably cut these avenues off. He's an intelligent guy. That's actually a box push. So remember how I said there's 3 directions? All 3 directions are occupied, so you get a chain push. So you could push this guy up here, forcing me into quite the predicament. Yeah. That's just good stuff. I can't get injuries to save my life. I try not to swear. But yeah, my armor's pretty lucky. I agree with you. I'm thinking about doing a play that rolls some dice. So if I dodge out here, dodge in, this guy doesn't get modifiers for tackle zones when he patches, casts, or intercepts. If we can get the ball to him and get him free, we can try our best to get it to this blitzer. He kind of took that away from us. The jerk. Is there any way to make this a 2-die? Not really. So let's take the 1 die and we'll just see where this gets us. Right. So then do this, then do this, and then do this, and then stay. Well, actually, never mind. Okay, what's the percent chance that this 1 die fails? At which point he'd be free. Two out of 6. 2 17% chances. 3. Okay. I think that's about the best I could have done there. A lot of chain pushing to happen. Sorry for the silence. I mean, maybe it's not too bad, but I really got to think sometimes. My brain is clocking out right now. trying to beat this guy. I mean, I respect him a lot, even if I... no matter what the result was, is what I'm trying to say. I respect the heck out of Cross. So I bring my full mental workload to try to get after him. We got out of that. I mean, it took Elf BS, but we got out of that. So he's going down. Okay. That's the ball popping out, no doubt about it. That's his third knockout. The ball's in 2 tackle zones. I mean, that's pretty good. With 2 rerolls, that's... Oh, wow. Okay. Hear me out, though. I actually kind of like that better. God, I love Cross, man. This guy. Let's go! I never intercepted anything before. That's awesome. He said, forget elves. Yeah, man, I understand, dude. All right. Oh, yeah, it's only a 1 die. That's okay. Any of this can go wrong. Let's go. Okay. Okay. We won this game. That's big. Oh. He has 2 turns. We can't really play as far back as I'd like. But we have this leveled catcher we want way back. Our other blitzer is now knocked out and can't get his cheeky SPP, but that's not like a super concern. Maybe we'll do something like this for now. Well, that allows too much goofing off. Okay, so we're playing with the chevron here. It's not what I would consider a defense. We'll just put it that way. It's not what I would consider a defense. Oh, Death's List can be set up in another defense, and P-Orcs have to deal with it. Well, the ball's over here. So I guess, oh. Knockouts galore. Okay, so this is actually almost over. Did I just look at my phone on a YouTube video? I totally did. That's super embarrassing. So I have work soon. Not to justify it, but just to let you know. I have work soon. And I was checking to make sure nobody was trying to get after me. But maybe I could have held that off because there's only 2 turns left. I'm a little flush with embarrassment right now. This recording felt so natural that in the middle of it, I forgot I was recording. But you know what? We're going to leave it in because that's just this earnest, you know? It's very honest recording. And maybe by publicly showing off that I look at my phone during recording, I'll remember not to do that in the future. Awkward. So Cross can still score here. I wouldn't be too cross if he did. Also, I said this was a glitch. Apparently, it just changes showing the title when the person has possession or not. So it's my fault. It's not a glitch. But oh, he owns this? Oh, he's probably like, oh, this guy's already got to roll dice. It's a pretty good turn for Cross. Okay, so this is 1 GFI, but it could fail. Didn't. Nice. Well, this guy's definitely going to be a target. Not much I can do about that, so... Like, I can move him here, he's still going to get hit, man. This guy's actually technically in scoring range still. So if he knocks the ball out, recovers it, gives it to Pig Belly can get in there. Well, you could put it here, hit with Pig Belly, but then you don't have a scoring threat anymore. You just have the ball back. But it does feel nice to hit things. Because this guy can't make it, yeah. We're gonna throw GG in the chat. Because the game is just, I never say this word, ostensibly over. Like, it's technically not over, but there's nothing to be done to change the result. I ended on some double ones. It stings a bit. Okay, so outside of the checking the phone, I think this first recording went well. I hope it turns out all right. No and no. A lineman got a level up. Exciting. Do I validate that there's no cheating? I do. And when it gets confirmed, we can adjust this team a bit. So this guy we have to fire too. We're in deep. But we got money. So it's okay. I hope that it gets confirmed here shortly. But you know what? There's not enough time in my real life. We'll give it 4 minutes. If it gets confirmed by 4 minutes from now, I'll show off my level ups on camera. And if not, well, I mean, c'est la vie. Can't do too much about that. Okay, it got confirmed. That's exciting. I got confirmed interception achievement on Steam. I don't think you see that. So this guy gets a level up. Roll the dice. Pretty much, I don't see any reason to do anything but dodge. It's an excellent first skill. Just because this guy's going to be bobbing and weaving, dodge makes him bob and weavable to a greater extent. Now this lineman is probably going to get Russell. Double ones. That means guard. For those of you that maybe aren't as familiar with Blood Bowl, guard kind of makes getting those 2 dice easier because you can't take away this person's help by putting somebody else on them. It's very exciting stuff to get that. We're going to have to fire this guy. Just see ya, bud. So we really can't buy anybody that we want. We could technically buy another lineman. But I want to save up for another catcher. Because that's... We had the maximum amount of blitzers on our roster. But catchers are where it's at. And technically, we already get free linemen who are loners. They're stinky. Well, we get free linemen who are loners. So we don't need more people. You know what I mean? So Jim Kent has hit level 2. You're close. And you got an MVP and apparently must have had an injury or something. And so we have 2 levels. We're working our way towards enough money to buy another catcher. Overall, we're very excited. That's it for this recording, though. I thought it went well. And I'm glad that I played well because I feel like lately I've been playing a little worse. So I'm happy with it. Can't wait to throw it up on YouTube. Even the part where I freaking can't stop looking at my phone, but you know, it happens. So I'll talk to y'all later. It was a good hour and 14 minutes. That's a long video. I doubt everyone's gonna stick around. So eventually I'll learn to edit things, but this is a test run. It's a test run. Who cares? Don't look at the time. It's fine. All right. I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye.